Hey, and welcome back to the second episode of Dragon Age. Last time we left off with our father wanting us to go to Trian because he wanted to speak with Trian, so we have to go to Trian and tell him that our dad wants to speak with him. And we'll see what happens from there on out. We came from this direction, but I want to see what's in this direction. Curious. I heard some books here. There we go. Or some more history. There's a door here as well. Oh! They were like, it was closed. And we were like, hell no. Let's take this. Anything else? Oh, is this a kitchen? I think so. There's a dagger. Let's take it. Is anyone we can talk with here?
I am at your service, my lady.
Ooh, look at that cheese. It's one big ass. What do you call it? Round of cheese? Block of cheese? Wheel of cheese?
Your Highness, what a surprise. I apologize if we are in your way.
No, it's okay.
It is good to see you, my lady.
You look radiant today, my lady.
Thank you for all being so kind. They probably are just being cautious. Oh! Open up the door. This is our house. Let's get this. Ooh, it's got more coins. Nice. There's something in here. Open up the chest. Oh! It's not opening. There we go. We only have one coin. That's okay. So it said that Trian was either at his room or somewhere on the market. Near the market. There's a deep mushroom here. And that's it? Okay. Oh, and we're here. I see. I think Trian or our room is here. Right? Do we go in here, by the way, now?
I am at your service.
It shall be done.
No. Still no?
I am at your service.
Let's go here, then. Oh, there's someone here now.
No sign of trouble here.
Is he here? Ah, he is. Before we talk with him, let's get this. Steal his shit. This is a dwarven longsword. Nice. This is journal. We can look in that in a bit, perhaps. Anything else that we can steal from our brother? Nah. Let's talk with him.
So you're a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our king father?
Father wants to see you, Trian.
Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.
I honestly don't know how you put up with him.
Smile, nod, do my duty.
I wish that sense of duty and family loyalty was shared by our elder brother.
What are you talking about?
Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big sister, Trian is going to try to kill you.
What?
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't overheard him giving orders to his men. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
But I'm not the heir. He is.
Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king. It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen.
The founder of House Bimo became a paragon and king in one move from the assembly, and he was a commoner.
That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Twice it was a woman.
So Trian thinks the assembly would prefer me?
Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than he's ever been. You entered the provings held in your own honor just for glory and to please the crowds. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian Veer's father will replace him on the spot. If not, the assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside.
What's your angle in this?
It seems Trian has shown that brothers can't always be trusted. I am next in line. If Trian succeeds in his plot against you, how long do you think I'll live?
Gorim, what do you say?
Permission to speak freely?
Of course, my friend.
Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it. He has just enough backing in the assembly to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
Well, we'll wait. Let's see what Trian does first.
Very well. I'll keep my eyes open. I don't want to lose my dearest sister.
I am glad for your concern, Balin. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
May the Paragon smile down on you.
So our brother wants to kill us? Because he is scared that the assembly likes us more?
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Haramont. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open. May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall.
Come men! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Haramont and I need to have words with your sibling.
Balin
Good
looked a
luck, my
bit
sister.
annoyed there.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a Taig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Idukan remains in that Taig, under the stones of the central room. Reclaim the shield, and glory will be yours.
What else is in the fight, Taig?
My father's writings speak only of the shield. There may be countless other treasures, but only the shield matters.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions?
Where do we go from there?
The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Idukan.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.
Interesting, so we have to get our ancestor shields. Before we go do that, I want to quickly take a look at our journal. So we have to find the shield of Idukan. You have given the task of finding the shield of the Paragon Idukan. Your father believed it lies forgotten in an abandoned Taig in the eastern deep roads. Okay, we can take care of that. We got some new stuff here. We got the casts. Visitors to Orzammar should keep in mind that the hierarchies of dwarven society are much more complex than our own. It is easy to gravely insult a man simply by mistaking his position, since this can lead to unnecessary loss of life and limbs. I will attempt to mitigate the danger for my fellow travelers. The society of Orzammar is divided into nobles, warriors, smiths, artisans, miners, merchants, and servants. Now you are undoubtedly saying to yourself, we have all of those divisions among our own people. This is a dangerous misconception. Certainly we do have nobility, artisans, merchants, and these positions are largely inherited from our parents. However, the younger children of the noblemen often choose to be artisans or soldiers. The son of merchants may join the army or become servants or apprentice themselves to a craftsman. This is all freely chosen. Limited perhaps by the circumstances of birth, but still chosen. What is a matter of choice for most human folk is dictated entirely by birth for dwarfs. No one may become a smith who was not born to smith caste parents. A servant who marries a noblewoman will never be a noble himself, and although his daughters would be nobles, his sons would be servants. For daughters inherit the caste of their mother, while sons inherit the caste of their father. Ah. So if you have a warrior mom and a miner dad, if they had a son, the son would become a miner, and if they had a daughter, they would become a warrior. That's interesting. Then we have life in Orzammar. The dwarves of Orzammar are quite unlike those found in most human cities. Although Orzammar derives in vast wealth from the trade with human kingdoms, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped of their positions in society. Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in human cities that many people labor under the impression that all dwarves are merchants, or that their whole race worships coin and trade. But these surface dwarves are atypical creatures, the ones willing to give up all ties to a king and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Below ground, the dwarves are people obsessed with honor their own and that of their family. Most nobles incorporate chainmail even into formal gowns because slights and insults often turn deadly. There are people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Even members of the servant caste have been elevated to paragons, usually posthumously, in recognition of remarkable service. So life as a dwarf is pretty harsh. It looks like it's like a constant battle of becoming the highest rank, so to say. And then we have the deep roads, is where we are at right now. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the deep roads as they once were. They were the network of the tunnels that joined the taigs together. To be honest, it isn't even right to give them such a simple term as tunnels. They are works of art with the centuries of planning demonstrated in the geometry of their walls, with the statues of the paragons that watch over travelers, with the flow of lava that keeps the deep roads lit and warm. The cloud gazers up on the surface dock of the imperial highway built by the magisters of old, and raised walkway that crossed thousands of miles, something that could only have been built by magic. Perhaps it is comparable to the deep roads, although we dwarves didn't need magic. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. The darkspawn ruled the deep roads now. When Orsamar sealed off the entrance to the deep roads, abandoning everything that lay out there, we handed over the kingdom that was to those black bastards forever. To think that there are genlocks crawling over Bonamar now, tearing down our statues and defiling our greatest works, corruption covers everything we build over there. Every dwarf who goes out and comes back says that it gets worse with each passing year. The foulness spread a little further. And the cloud cases think the darkspawn are gone just because they aren't spilling out onto the surface. Huh. One day when Orsamar is gone for good, they'll think about it differently. Those darkspawn won't have any more else to go but up, and they'll do it. The surface folk will have themselves a blight that will never end. Yikes. Then we have the City of Orsamar, House of Duquesne, and Shield of Orsamar, proving Orsamar History Chapter 1 and 2, the Grey Wardens, Darkspawn, and the Blight. Let's go with the Grey Wardens for now. So the first Blight had already raged for 90 years. The world was in chaos. A god has risen, twisted and corrupted. The remaining gods of the winter were silent, withdrawn. What writing we have recovered from those times is filled with despair, for everyone believed from the greatest archons to the lowliest slaves that the world was coming to an end. At Weishaupt fortress in the desolate Enderfels, a meeting transpired. Soldiers of the Empyrean seasoned veterans who had known nothing their entire lifetimes except hopeless wars came together. When they left Weishaupt, they had renounced their oaths to the Imperium. They were soldiers no longer, they were the Grey Wardens. The Wardens began an aggressive campaign against the Blight, striking back against the Darkspawn, reclaiming lands, giving up for lost. The Blight was far from over, but their victories brought notice, and soon they received aid from every nation in Thedas. They grew in numbers as well as reputation. Finally, in the year 992 of the Winter Imperium, upon the Silent Plains, they met the Archdemon, Dumat, in battle. A third of all the armies of the northern Thedas were lost to the fighting, but Dumat fell, and the Darkspawn fled back underground. Even that was not the end. The Empyrean once revered 7 gods, Dumat, Zazikiel, Toph, Andral, Rasakel, Lusakan, and Urfermil. 4 have risen as archdemons. The Grey Wardens have kept watch through the ages, well aware that peace is fleeting, and their war continues until the last of the dragon god is gone. So we have 4 archdemons so far, so let's say it's the first 4 up until Andral. Does that mean that there are still 4 left to rise up as archdemons? I'm not sure. Then we have Darkspawn. The surface claims that the first Darkspawn fell from heaven. They spin tales of magic and sin, but the children of the stone know better. The Darkspawn rose up out of the earth, for it was in the deep roads they first appeared. Creatures in our own likeness, armed and armored, but with no more intelligence than Tespadem, bestial and savage. At first they were few, easily hunted and slain by our own warriors, but in recesses of deep roads they grew in numbers and in courage. Our distant tykes came under attack, and now it was the army and not a few warriors, but sent to being sent to deal with creatures. Victory still came easily, though, and we thought the threat would soon be over. We were wrong. So the dwarves are claiming that they came first from the deep roads, and not that they fell from the heavens, like I'm guessing what the humans are thinking, of, or people up above the surface. And then we have the blights. My dear Anika, I would not worry about the assembly. Let the nobles sit together and argue over whose house owns the grandest tithe. It keeps them from panicking, which they would surely do otherwise, and prevent them from making greater nuisances of themselves. War is the business of warriors. I would say that the enemy's strategy seems to be changing, but they never appeared to have a strategy before, beyond destroying everything in their path. For weeks the numbers appeared to be dwindling. There was talk that perhaps we were getting close to wiping them out. We could not have been more wrong, for today we came upon the body of their main force. I cannot give words to it, Anika. I have never before seen so much death in one place. There were darkspawn beyond counting, and the heart of the throng of a great beast, as tall as the palace of Orsamar, with breath of fire, a paragon of darkspawn perhaps, for they seemed to pay it deference. They were leaving, marching towards the mine shafts which led to the surface, but I knew when I beheld them that once they have devoured what lies above us, they will be back. So I'm guessing this is in the perspective of someone who was going through a blight. Oh, it's a letter of the Paragon Adukin. Oh, that's interesting. We got some stuff here as well. Duncan, men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings, the Grey Warden sacrificed everything to stem the tides of darkness and prevailed. Like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens, a symbolic gesture of cutting his ties. He might say this was a convenience in his case. However, his mother was from the Anderfels, his father from the winter. His childhood was spent in the free marches and Orlays. His people were everywhere, and his homeland was nowhere. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out hundreds years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. We have King Endrin Aduking and Lord Peril Harrowmont. I wonder who that is. We got some books. This is what I wanted to see. Trian's Journal. So we have 21 Ferventis. Notice Gorim running around trying to get pieces of my sibling's ceremonial armor ready for the feast. Stopped him and asked how preparations were going. He mentioned that one of the braces had a spot of tarnish on it. Was quite impressed at his dedication. He is most loyal to our family. 23 Ferventis was on way to discuss the treaty with father when came across a messenger waiting in the hall. On being asked why he was loitering about the royal palace, he mumbled something about having a gift for the new commander and asked me, begged almost, to pass along some object or other to my sibling. Me, the heir to the throne of Orsamar, does not run errands for a messenger. Must have been new on the job. Had him thrown out, however, still reeling from the gall of it. Learned later that Balin had told the messenger that the quickest way to get things to our sibling was through me, and made him wait until I came by. so unseemly for a prince of Ursuma to play such tricks, he seems to grow up and understand that as royalty, he has responsibilities. We have 24 ferventies. Found Balin's little playmate, again, lurking about the corridors outside his bedroom this morning. Must have been trying to steal something, or already had. Blossom seemed fuller than most decent ladies. Oh. Some jewels hidden in the bodice? Anyway, pretended not to see her. Would have been awkward otherwise. Wish Balin would keep her confined to his room if he must have her around. Little brother is too concerned with fun and pleasure and not serious enough about his duties as prince. Must talk to him about discipline when we have time. Unfortunately, much too busy with too many tasks father has laid upon my shoulders. Then we have 26. Remember to send small token of gratitude to Jaelia Helmi. Alliance between Helmi and Hadouken must be kept strong. Lady Jaelia will of course accept proposal of marriage since we will be king sooner or later. But never hurts to be polite and keep the lady happy. Hear that there are some services selling silks. Maybe we'll send second out for something nice. Jaelia's favorite color is turquoise. Oh, so he is a girlfriend? And then we had heard 28 is heard about there being provings held in our siblings' honor. They did not have provings for me at my first commission, and I am their heir. What is going on? Must go watch these provings and make my presence felt. Orsamar must not forget that I am the next king. So he was understanding that people didn't really like him a whole lot. Yeah. And this was the letter from Rika that was in Balin's room. My dearest Prince Balin, you are too kind to me. I am a small and insignificant thing and I do not deserve your attention. But your willingness to tolerate my presence shows you to be a prince among men. I cannot thank you enough for the beautiful necklace you presented to me. I will cherish it always and I promise I will wear it at our next meeting. I know my gratitude means nothing to you, but I must say again, thank you. I will always be your humble and devoted servant. Interesting. And we got some new controls. The inventory. I think that speaks for itself. Yeah. So let's move on. I think we have to go here. Because we can't go here, I imagine. No. So let's go in here then. I wonder what we will come across. My god, that scared the shit out of me. I fucking hate spiders. Let's target it and we can do this perhaps? We're stuck because we walked into the web. Okay, maybe we can do this. Get him to attack it. And perhaps we can do this.
Ha! I'm not afraid of you!
There we go, we got it. Oh my god, I fucking hate spiders. They scare the shit out of me. I should make just a song. Or heard. There we go. Is there more around here? Ooh! Oh! This is the dark spawn? Let's target this one. There we go. And with him, perhaps we can target him. Can we move perhaps? No. Ah, there we go. Target him.
On it.
Let's unpause.
No.
There we go. Got one.
As you say.
And we got the other. There's nothing on him, but we can loot this dude. We got a Lessalirian potion. But I don't think that works on us dwarves. Oh, there's a corpse here. With fire arrows. Nice. I don't think he has a bow and arrow, right? No. Doesn't look like it. I'm guessing you have to go this way. Here we go. Ooh. Who's that?
You made it, Commander. Did you run afoul of any darkspawn?
Nothing we can handle.
We didn't expect any activity in these tunnels at all. Once I finished scouting the tunnels, I hid here to avoid the darkspawn. Most tunnels are dead ends. The one we want is swarming with those fiends. It's going to be a fight.
Weren't you at the provings yesterday? I don't remember, but maybe.
I was, indeed. Your gift of the helm was amazingly generous. I will treasure it always.
Oh,
May
it's the
today's
last guy we
battles bring us
fought.
even more glory. I'll take rear guard. Shall we move?
Sure. So we got a new party member? Does it say what he is at? I'm guessing he's also the same as Gorim, but I'm not completely sure. Is there anything here for us, perhaps? Looks like we can head multiple ways. Let's go here first. Here we go. Oh, more darkspawn. Here we go. You can perhaps get him as well. And let's move you a bit here. There we go.
As you say.
There we go. Okay, you can attack him. And what is that? A Genlock? Oh, it's the same as these dudes. Okay, maybe you can attack this dude. There we go.
I'm here.
I am ready.
Can use this. There we go. What about you? Can do that perhaps? Oh, I didn't target anyone, did I? Ah, that one is already dead, I see. There we go. Can do that on him. And then he has this, we can turn that on as well.
Yes.
There we go. I'd say we're doing pretty well. Target this dude. There we go, and we can help this guy out. Ah, he got it. Nice. Can get this. Is there anything else here? He's got a lyrium potion. Nice. And there's a wooden crate. With a darkspawn dagger and a chest here. Let's bash it. What's in it? Let us see. There we go, we got fire arrows. Okay. Let's move on, because this is a... we can't go any further than that. Oh! What happened? What happened? I just fell. Okay. Let's go here. Oh, there's another dude here. A scout?
You're here. I thought the Darkspawn had got you for sure.
I'm not that easy to kill.
And I'll make sure I'm behind you if we're swarmed. We want the tunnel ahead, but there are Darkspawn tracks all over it. Be careful.
Have you seen the Tyke door yet?
I haven't ventured more than 100 yards ahead, for fear of alerting other Darkspawn. I'll follow your lead, Commander.
Oh, so we got another one. I'm guessing this is a rogue. Because it's got stealth and dirty fighting. Oh, and he can also make poison. Nice. Is there anything here for us, perhaps? This is a dead end. This is also a dead end. We can't go through here? No, it doesn't look like it. Because on the map it showed that it was something there. Let's go here then. This is also narrow. Oh! More of them. We can't target them yet, right? No. Here we go. Okay. Let's get the archers first, because I feel like they're gonna be the most annoying. I can get him, Gorim. Can you target him as well? There we go. And let's get the other ones a bit closer before we do anything with them.
Yes! I'm ready.
Okay. Can you get him? And perhaps we can do stealth? Will that work? Or maybe dirty fighting. There we go. And then we can have him attack this dude. I can do shield bash as well. There we go.
Trouble them! Ow! Right behind you!
There we go. Let's get him. Ooh, it's the alpha, I see.
Very well.
Next!
Okay, there's some more archers there. Perhaps... Let's get you here first. So he's not in the way of that one. Then you can attack him. And then perhaps you can go ahead and attack this dude. There we go. And I can do this. There we go. And there's one more here.
Shall be done. Damn.
Okay. And then Gorim, you can do a shield bash on this dude. And perhaps you can do it on him.
I'm here!
Careful. Paragons, watch over me.
There we go, got one.
Day.
And the other. Nice, we did it. The alpha has something for us. We got coin. And there's a chest here.
It is begun.
There we go. Ooh, because we have a rogue on our team. He could take care of the lock. That's nice. Is this like a paragon? Because it's a big ass statue. Perhaps. And it's also daylight coming. I think. I wonder what the meaning behind this is though. Like what story it is telling from the past. Because it looks like it is telling something. Ooh. That darkspawn?
Looks like someone beat us to the door.
This darkspawn body is still fresh. Whoever opened the door is most likely still in there.
They killed the darkspawn. They may be allies.
Or it could be an ambitious cousin out for his own glory.
Let's not do anything rash.
Understood. Let's move, men.
Here we go. Who might be here? Oh, there's a corpse here as well. It's got armored gloves. Okay. I wonder what happened. Did he get killed by the darkspawn or by someone else? Something here? No. It's a mercenary captain.
So glad you could finally join us. We feared you'd gotten eaten by darkspawn. Turns out the shield isn't quite as easy to retrieve as I was led to believe. I wager you know where it is, though. So maybe you tell me where it is, and I don't let my boys have a go at you before I kill you.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm your better, that's who. And as to how I got in, that's a question you'll have to ask the stone after I butcher you. Now where's the shield?
Let's try to persuade him. Tell me how you got in. I'll tell you where the shield is then.
Bit for bite, eh? Both of us banking on killing the other and losing nothing by the telling? Very well. One of Prince Trian's men brought me this ring. It opened the door just fine. Now where is the sodding shield?
You thought I'll tell you?
Just kill them, boys. We'll find this shield on our own.
Okay, so interesting. Trian sent them here. Okay, you are the only what do you call it? Archer here. You can take care of that, dude. With this, perhaps we can go take care of the captain ourselves and do mighty blow. Gorim, you can take care of this dude and do shield bash, and then Friendlin Ivo can take care of that guy and do shield bash as well.
On it.
There we go.
Glory will be mine!
Quickly!
You'll never win!
Okay, let's get you to a bit of a safer position. We can't do anything now. Because he's... There you go. Let's get him there. And then... fight him. Let's get to our character. I can do this in a bit, I think. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What about you, Gorim? Okay. Their shield passes both as well loading up still. Perhaps we should take a potion. There we go, let's take that. And we can do mighty blow. There we go. Let's target this dude. And we can do this. There we go. And target him. And perhaps we can do shield bash as well with Gorim.
Point me in the right direction.
Ah, he's down.
Send me.
There we go. Did we do it? No, there's one more here. Ah, we did it.
We should hurry.
Nice. I wonder why Trian sent them. Couple ballista bolts here. And a ballista. Oh, that shot something. Or we can shoot something if we want to. Is that it? There's a dwarven war axe that we can take.
I shall do it.
Dwarven war axe, gloves and boots. A Duking's signet ring and 29 coin.
Is that really Trian's signet ring?
Yes, my brother must have been sloppy this time.
It would have been a major victory to get the shield first, but he showed his hand and failed. The first way we can hurt him is to find that shield ourselves.
My thoughts exactly.
You have your orders, boys.
Is there anything else that we can loot here, perhaps?
Very
there
well.
is. We got lyrium potion and gloves. Leather gloves and leather armor.
I shall do it.
What about you? Also leather gloves and leather armor. What's in this? A fancy face. And another barrel. With small darkspawn shield. There's another ballista here. And a charred corpse. Oh, what was that? Oh! You're stuck in a trap? How did you end up there?
Very well.
You load the ballista with battered stuff. Did we do something with it? Do we have to do it again, perhaps? Oh.
Be careful
What happened?
now.
Oh, there's things here. Let's get this.
By the ancestors.
You're Deep Stalker leader? Oh, are there like creatures that are just in the deep road?
I shall do it.
Okay. Let's get Gorim to one of these. We can do... Ah, he already used shield pass, I see. You can target that one, and you can target that one. There we go.
I am on.
There we go. Target this one. Oh, there are more now. Okay, does any of you have the thing reloaded? Not really. Perhaps you can do something? No, you also used it.
Tell me what to do.
Here we go, let's target this one. Oh, it's dead already. Get this one. And this one. And the last one. Ooh. Do they give anything? This one does. Just a lyrium potion. Yikes. Oh, there's a corpse here.
Very well.
And I got coin. Which you stole from the dead. So there's really nothing to do with those ballistas there? Nothing at all? Can we interact with this door perhaps? Ooh! Oh, we're inside here, I see. Is this where we need to be?
This is the room. How do we get the shield?
Let's look around. There must be a clue.
You two, see if you can spot anything.
Okay.
It seems some of these tiles are different from the others.
This one went down, but this one didn't. What about that? That one also went down. And this. There's an indentation here that seems to match the Yadukan signet ring perfectly. Let's press it against the indentation. Nothing happened, I see. Perhaps we need to stand on here. So Gorum can go here. And then Ivo can go here. And perhaps the scout can go here. There we go. Do we interact?
It is begun.
What about now? Ooh. The lid of the sarcophagus slides away, revealing a small hollow that contains the shield of a Dukan. Let's continue. Here we go, we got it.
That's it. We've got it.
Doesn't look like much.
The skill of our crafters has come far since then. But still, the shield of Idukan.
The strength of Idukan is in this shield.
I can feel it. It's inspirational.
If you say so. It's just a shield.
We should get moving. Or, where is the rendezvous point?
Back in the direction we came from, at the crossroads.
Ah, okay.
To the crossroads.
Is there anything else, perhaps? Doesn't look like it. So let's head back in here.
The dark
you hear
spot.
Ooh, more dog spawn. Let's take care of this one. There we go. And then Gorim can get him. And Ivo, you can get him. And you can do shield bash. Same with Gorim when you attack him. You can do shield bash. Okay, and then you can take care of the Blight Wolf perhaps with this. There we go.
Tell me what to do.
Could be more of those mercenaries.
There we go. Oh. You're not attacking the wolf?
I'm here.
Okay, there we go. Let's take care of the wolf.
I am ready.
Oh, we're in a trap. Okay, Gorim, you can take care of this dude. There we go. And then the scout, you can take care of this guy as well. And hopefully I get out of this trap fast enough. Oh, he also got into a trap. Let's do Mighty Blow. There we go. Okay, Gorim, you can... No, Shield Bash is not over yet. Can we perhaps heal them up a bit? I'm not sure how that would be possible. Perhaps if we do this. Can we give him like that? No. But he has his Shield Bash. Okay, that's good. Perhaps we can target him and do that.
What needs killing?
Send me.
Ooh, did I level up? There we go. Let's loot them. Got some coin from that one. A greater health potion as well. And quartz. Okay. Let's look at this. So we got 3 attributes. We can put some in strength and cunning then. There we go. Specializations are an enhanced version of a character's base class, granting them stat bonuses and a powerful new ability chain. Specializations can unlock through completing major plots, learning them from other characters, or binding rare tomes. 1 specialization point is awarded at level 7 and 14. Okay, so does that mean we can choose 2 different things, or so we can become a champion, Templar, berserker, or reaver? Interesting. And then we have 1 talent point that we can put in. Can put it into precise striking, or perhaps more here for our 2-handed stuff. Let's do pommel strike. Why not? There we go. Oh, I'm stuck.
If Trian were really scheming against us, this would be the perfect place for an ambush. We've got the shield, and we're all alone out here.
I'm ready for anything.
What's that you're muttering about?
Some family business.
Uh-huh. All right, then.
What happened? Did someone get attacked? Oh, there are dead bodies here.
By the stone, it's Trian.
It must have been a darkspawn attack.
This doesn't look like Darkspawn. No bites, no scratches, no mutilation.
That's a good point. Let's be careful. The murderers may still be around.
Someone's coming.
Who is?
Hurry, Father, before it's too...
Balin knew about this already?
By all the ancestors, what has happened here?
It seems we weren't fast enough. Balin was right.
What happened?
My daughter, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
We just got here a moment ago.
Just long enough to slay Trian.
No.
My lady is innocent.
Sir Gorham, your loyalty makes you a useless witness. It falls to others to tell the story. You, Scout, what happened here?
Trian and his men were here early. It seems they'd done battle with the Darkspawn. Lady Iduken came up to them, all friendly-like, but when we got close, she ordered us to attack.
Excuse me? That's a lie.
Then we shall discover the truth.
Frandlin Ivo, you are a good and noble man. Did the scout speak the truth?
He did, my lord. It was terrible. Prince Trian didn't stand a chance.
What?
Afterward, my lady stripped his signet ring.
No.
You treacherous bastard! Silence, Gorham. Do you have anything else to say, my daughter?
It's Balin. He's behind all of this. I didn't kill Trian at all.
The Assembly will see through you. Everyone knows I was Trian's faithful second.
Bind her. She will be judged before the Assembly. To Orzammar.
Why is Balin framing us? He was the one who came to us saying that our brother wanted to kill us, but that was he just lying so he could kill Trian?
Leave us alone, will you please?
Yes, sir.
My lady.
What happened?
I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you?
I'm fine, Gorham. You?
I could be better. I have bad news, though. The Assembly isn't going to call for you. Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed. He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years.
So what happens now?
The Assembly has already sentenced both of us.
What's going to happen to you?
My knighthood will be stripped, my name torn from my family records. But I will be allowed to attempt some sort of life on the surface. Lord Harrowmont moved for a similar exile for you, but Balin's supporters overwhelmed him. You are to be sealed in the deep roads to fight Darkspawn until you are overwhelmed and killed.
Jesus. What does my father say about this?
Lord Harrowmont says the king is taken ill. He couldn't bear losing 2 of his children at once. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan.
The Grey Wardens would take an exile? No, wait, a murderer? We're not a murderer though, so I feel like we'll be good if we entered the Grey Wardens. That's all the chance I need.
Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up.
The same to you, my friend.
I will always be your man, my Lady Iduken.
They are ready for you now. Here is the prisoner, Lord Harrowmont.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out?
I'm innocent.
I want to believe that. Look me in the eye and tell me you didn't do this. For your father's sake.
I did not kill Trian.
I believe you. That means Balin planned this from the start. Believe me, I will spend the rest of my days making sure Balin does not profit by his deeds. Your father asked me to give these to you. This sword and shield are of fine dwarven make. Strike a blow at our enemies.
How is my father?
He is old and this tragedy has hit him hard. He will rest better now, though, knowing the truth.
Tell my father I went to a warrior's death.
I will. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
So we were sent into exile for something we didn't do. Our eyes look creepy through that helmet. Here we go. Let's take a look at our armor. Do we have anything good, really? Ah, don't have enough strength for this one, nor that one, I see. What about weapons? What do I have now? A dagger. Which one would be better? I wonder. This one? Oh, let's change it to this. There we go. It's a bit stronger, has more damage to it. Less of a critical chance and less armor penetration. But the strength modifier is higher and it has +2 attack at least. Here we go. So we're all alone in the deep roads. Where do we go exactly? Do we go in here? Oh, there's a corpse. Ooh, and a giant spider. Okay. Can we do mighty blow? I don't have a two-handed weapon, I see. But we could do shield bash.
As you say.
There we go. Oh, I missed. We got it. Okay, we got a great sword, short bow, and okay, perhaps we can use the great sword then. I think. Yeah, now we can use it. Nice.
Very well.
Got coins from the spider. Ooh, darkspawn. Let's get a bit closer. There we go. Target him. And let's try out the pommel strike. See how it does. There we go. And then we can do mighty blow perhaps.
Enough!
I literally was thinking, thankfully there's only one darkspawn when the second one showed up.
Quickly, we must fight.
Okay, let's do pommel strike. There we go. Let's target him. Can do mighty blow. There we go, we got them. Got coins from this one. That one didn't have anything really. What
As you
about
say.
you? Got a dagger and gloves. Do any of these perhaps have better armor for us? Do we have a shield? No. We can't have it because we have the greatsword, of course. Okay, what about this? Can wear that perhaps. Can try that on. Let's try this out for now. Is there anything else here? Doesn't look like it. So let's go this way. Oh, there's something here. A chest. There we go. Got a dagger, short bow, novice, silverite rune, and some money. And a wooden crate with another bow. So I'm guessing we have to go this way then. Hopefully we can find Duncan soon. What does our journal say about this? The exile. Find the Grey Wardens. Your title has been stripped from you, your name erased from the memories, and you are now exiled to the deep roads to fight the Darkspawn to your death. Your only hope of survival is to find the Grey Wardens, who are somewhere in this maze of caverns battling the Darkspawn. That's a very gruesome... Ooh. Got deep stalkers. Okay. I thought maybe a giant spider was here. Let's do this. Mighty blow.
Very well.
There we go. Maybe we can do pummel.
It is
We're not doing a whole lot of damage to them.
Have you no concern for your own existence?
Let's do mighty blow
Best be
again.
wary. Watch out.
Are we even doing damage? I'm fatigue. Is it from the armor perhaps? Although armor provides great protection, safety comes at a price. Anything heavier than regular clothing causes fatigue. Perhaps if we change back to our normal clothing, maybe we can do it better then? Ah, yeah.
We fight for honor.
That's a pommel. Okay, we can do mighty
Very
blow.
well.
There we go. And let's get him. And pommel. There we go. And we did it. Did we get anything from these? No, it doesn't look like it, but there is a skeleton here. Got another bow. Here we go. There's something here as well. Ooh, giant spider. Okay, let's do mighty blow on it. Let's target it and mighty blow.
It is begun.
There we go, and can pummel. Ooh, it's got us.
Most excellent.
There we go. And got fire arrows, but I don't have a bow, so it's not really handy for me. Perhaps we find someone along the way that can have it. Ooh. Okay, let's target him. Mighty blow it. There we go. Ooh. We killed it in one go. Nice. There's another one here. We can do pummel. There we go. Perhaps you can do mighty blow in a bit. There we go. So that dwarf here. Which way should we go? Ah, he
Very
also has
well.
something. Quartz. Can we see? No, not really. Let's check this out first then. There's something here. Ooh, we're back on the main road, it looks like. And Duncan is here.
It's a dwarf. Lady Idukan, what are you doing here alone? Where are your troops?
It's good to see you again, Duncan.
And you as well. Although I'm still filled with questions, such as why are you here in these tunnels alone? May I ask what happened?
I have been exiled. Or Balin has betrayed me.
Ah, you have been made to walk the deep roads then.
You mean you were exiled? What happened?
I do not think matters of dwarven honor are any business of ours. You need not answer, friend.
I was betrayed by my own brother.
Lord Trian?
No, Balin. Trian is dead.
I see. The brutal intrigue of the dwarven court continues then. Your father intimated as much. There is no reason for you to walk these deep roads and die for something you did not do. You have already proven yourself both resourceful and skilled, and I would expect nothing less from an Idukan. I've been searching for those with your level of ability. Your exploits in the deep roads set you apart. As leader of the Grey Wardens in Ferelden, I would like to formally invite you to join our order.
I would be honored.
Then welcome. We leave immediately for Ostagar to join with the human forces facing the Darkspawn hordes led by King Cailan. Stay close. There are still Darkspawn around every corner.
So we're becoming a Grey Warden?
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan.
Oh, that's the
I didn't
king?
expect
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
There's no need to be so formal, Duncan. We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I am Amethyst, Your Majesty. Your Majesty.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Ordomar.
How much do you know about the dwarves, Your Majesty?
I've always wanted to learn more. Perhaps you could enlighten me sometime.
If Your Majesty wishes.
I do. I'll make sure to have the finest dwarven brew brought up from the palace cellars. After we've dealt with the blight, of course. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
I'm his daughter, and he was fine when I saw him last.
Well, it seems your story may be even more interesting than I suspected. Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
You're too kind, Your Majesty.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
I didn't realize things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
Interesting, so the king is fighting with us.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reassured.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
What would you have him do?
Wait for reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What do you need me to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Interesting. So we got exiled, but now we are here in Ostagar, it was called? Perhaps you can look at it on the map? Yeah, here, Ostagar. To help fight the Darkspawn that are coming up from the ground. Perhaps we can look at some of the codexes here. Joining the Grey Wardens, find the Grey Warden Alistair. You have arrived at the King's camp, just outside the Korkari Wilds, in the ruin known as Ostagar. Duncan has told you that when you are ready to begin the joining, you should seek out the Grey Warden named Alistair, somewhere in camp. Do you have any codexes from here? We got creatures. Archdemon. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on, until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon Dumoth, their taint twisted even the false god. And the whisperer awoke at last, in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world. The first blight. Frenades 8-7. I wonder what this means, like the 8 semicolon, or not semi, double colon 7. The false dragon gods of the Tevinter Imperium lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. Perhaps it is instinct, as moths will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones who goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Whatever the reason, when Darkspawn found one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens twisted and corrupted, and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land. A blight. We also have deep stalkers, genlocks, ghouls, and giant spiders as creatures. Let's see if there's anything else here, perhaps. There's something about the Kokari Wilds. King Cailan, King Endrin, Harrowmont, Loghain, MacTeer. I think his name got mentioned here. We also got ranked creatures. The names of particularly challenging opponents are displayed in different colors to draw attention to the significant threat they represent. Opponents with yellow names are more challenging and aggressive than average. Orange names represent extremely powerful enemies capable of threatening a full party of adventurers by themselves. Got fatigue, sustainabilities, and inventory overload. Let's see if there's anything perhaps we can read about Orzammar a bit more. The city of Orzammar, the dwarves are lauded from their craftsmanship, and the city of Orzammar is one of their finest works. Orzammar lies at the heart of the Frostback Mountains deep underground. The city arcs outwards from the royal palace, which is built around the natural lava vent, continually fountaining liquid rock, which both light and heats the entire cavern. The topmost tier of Orzammar is home to the noble caste, with their palaces fanning out in both directions from the court of the king, as well as the Shaperate, which serves as a repository for all dwarven knowledge. The lower tier is the commons, where the merchant caste holds sway, and where the finest works of Orzammar craftsmen are for sale. In the center of the river of lava, connected to the commons by a causeway, are the proving grounds, a sacred arena where the dwarves, by ancient tradition, settled their disputes. On one side of the fiery river are the ruins of old dwarven palaces falling into disrepair, which the locals can call Dust Town, now home to the city's castless. Ah, I see, so the castless live in Dust Town. On the other side of the river are the deep roads, which once joined the sprawling dwarven empire together, but now, after centuries of darkspawn incursions, are largely scaled off. Nearly all knowledge of this network of underground passages has been lost, even to its builders. That's sad. So because of the whole blight happening and all of the darkspawn, that's the whole reason why the dwarven empire is completely gone. And the deep roads are ruined by it. Then we have House Aducan as well. The assembly has never named a paragon with so little disagreement as there was for Paragon Aducan. No naysayers, only a single abstention. His worthiness was unquestionable, for favor with the ancestors clear. But family rumor says that the man himself was deeply troubled, prone to fits of melancholy and self-doubt. Never satisfied with his great achievement in protecting Orzammar, he died cursing that he had not managed to save the outlying takes. Before he rose to Paragon, he was of little note. The memories tell us that he never entered a single proving, never sought to elevate his place among the warrior caste. He spent most of his years prior to the first blight fighting skirmishes in the deep roads, keeping them free from surface bandits, content to live quietly with his wife and daughters. When the Blight began, it caught Orzammar in the midst of a vicious inter-house war. Most of the warrior caste was caught up in the feuding, for as word of attacks poured in, each great house demanded that the army be sent to defend their thaig, and no house would agree to sacrifice their own holdings. For the safety of any other, the assembly was so utterly tied up with the infighting that the darkspawn spread unchecked to the gates of Orzammar herself. In chaos, Adukin grudgingly took command of the armies. He enlisted the aid of the mining caste to collapse overrun passages, called upon the smith caste to supply them with arms, and bypassed the assembly and nobles entirely. With this leadership, Orzammar was saved from annihilation. From his insubordination, he was made paragon, yet he always considered it a defeat. I mean, it's understandable from his point of view, because like the empire still fell in a way, because of it. But I think I'll leave this episode here. And in the next episode, we perhaps can check out more of the codexes from at least culture and history. So we can talk about the province or some more history. And maybe the Kokari Wilds if we have enough time. And then we can also look around the camp and talk with this Grey Warden called Alistair. So I'll see you guys then.